Oh crap, we're live.
There's a look at the floor. There's a look at the ceiling. Someone's trying to get the thing on. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Good morning.
Wow. Wow. Oh my.
Slight technical difficulties this morning. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, Dawn. Wow, wow, wow. Good morning. Coffee. How's everyone doing this morning?
We're professionals.
We got this down. Whatever. It is Thursday morning.
Swinging the phone around and.
Yeah, let it go. Hey, Bernard, how are you this morning? How are you this morning?
Just wondering what's going on here.
Just rolling with the punches.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Yep. Editing.
Editing?
Yeah. Except we won't edit any of it. It'll just go up the way it is.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so it's Thursday, November something.
7th.
Is it the 7th already?
November 7th. Yes, it is Thursday, November 7th. And it is time for the Thursday morning live reseller chat.
Woo woo.
How have you been this week?
Busy. Busy. Working.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember this past week and I don't know.
Sourcing, listing, shipping.
I thought it was Friday today, so I mean I got that going for me.
Could be Friday.
Got a whole extra day. How's everybody in the chat been doing? How are sales? What's going on?
eBay's been wonky.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
As usual.
We will let everybody get in here before we
Okay.
dive into it. Hey, Kristen, how are you this morning? Sales slower than usual.
Yeah.
I think we're going to hear a lot of that.
Yeah.
No hats, no. I totally have been trying to make it Friday. Yeah.
It needs to be Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
This week should just be done. Hey, no shipping on Monday. Monday is Veterans Day.
So no shipping on Monday.
No shipping on Monday.
So 3-day shipping holiday.
Yes. Oh, you thought I would say it's Starbucks Day. It is. I will be at Starbucks today. Make no mistake about it. Not for the tumblers or... Today's the day they released all of the Christmas stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not going for the tumblers, the cups, or any of that. It is creme brulee latte day. It's my favorite day of the year. When all of our money goes straight to Starbucks. 7 sales in the last 7 days. Oh, that's really slow. So I will be at Starbucks today. Amazing Taste was auto-correcting to Amazing Grace. Well, thank you, YouTube, for that.
There you go.
So I will go to Starbucks today. And I do have plans to go to the world's largest Starbucks downtown in December.
Downtown Chicago.
Downtown Chicago. I'm hoping they have a coffee mug that says the world's largest Starbucks.
Pretty much bet money they do.
Which I'm then going to need because I need another coffee mug.
You're going to need or you're going to need to resell?
Well, maybe both. I don't understand why they don't do it all year. That is the flavor they run out of every year. I know.
Well, that's why they run out of it.
Hold, please.
Oh.
Ronald has never been to Starbucks.
You're a person after my own heart.
The horror. Creme brulee latte.
You ain't missing much.
Oh, wow.
Folgers is better.
Oh, no. There is nothing
Watch,
better than the...
here comes the hate.
Yeah.
Chat.
There's all the thumbs down right there, which I would totally understand. I mean,
Tim Hortons is pretty good.
Tim Hortons is fantastic, but we don't have Tim Hortons here. So I will.
Yes, Folgers. See? Somebody likes
cinnamon
Folgers.
dolce
Folgers.
for me. Brianna likes the cinnamon dolce latte. Yes.
The cinnamon
Kitty
dolce
has
and
those.
Gabbana.
Yeah. Only had one flavor of ice cream at Baskin Robbins too. just got to spread out your horizons there. All of our yeah, I love Tim Hortons. And they go to Starbucks when they have the creme brulee latte. Got mine this morning. See? Yeah, I like Dunkin' Donuts also, but Dunkin' Donuts is sweeter. I don't
Creme
know how
brulee
this-
latte is crack for soccer moms.
That might be true.
I'm just saying.
That might be true. Starbucks opens the 15th. Ooh, you should go. All of our Tim Hortons have been in the news for having bugs. All right.
Don't like Tim Hortons anymore.
I'd still go. And let's be honest. You know, we are going to get into the reselling chat, but I'm going to tell this little side note story here.
Boy.
We had a family conversation of if there was a white windowless van with a sign that said free something on the outside of it, what would it say? So tell me in the chat, what would it say? Free what? That gets you to walk up to the white windowless van. And Matt says, like, new computer, like
A gaming PC
stuff.
Yeah, gaming PC. I'm gonna go in there and see. I'm gonna go into the windowless van and.
I was puppies. See, again though, more expensive items.
Coffee.
Hey. See, sure.
You wouldn't even get in for expensive coffee.
No.
It'd be like Folgers.
I can't say on the internet. Tacos. Yeah, like 50-cent bad, coffee from 3 days ago. I'm there.
Yep. Shoes.
Shoes is a good one.
Yep. So I would get in a windowless van for.
Yes. What would you get in a windowless van for? That was our family. Yeah. Our family has interesting.
What did Brianna say?
The Jeffree Star highly sought after Shane Dawson collab makeup palettes.
Yeah, she would get in for the makeup palettes. Yeah.
So yes, that's what she. But again, a more expensive item.
Yeah, Jake would go in for like
coffee.
World War II
collectibles. Yeah.
Yeah, you coffee.
Yeah.
You would get into windowless van for candy.
If it was chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Anyhow, all right. On to our reselling chat of the day.
What are we gonna talk about?
Say that 5 times fast. We are going to talk about putting eBay in time out. What happened this past weekend that made me say, that's it. eBay's going in timeout. And I really did say that.
You've said that before too. There have been several times we put eBay in timeout.
Yeah. As parents, sometimes your kid is just acting out and they just need to go and sit and think about what they have done. That was my feeling about eBay this weekend. So, there are lots of glitches going on. Cheers to that. Lots.
It's not you, it's us.
Yeah, exactly. The servers have been having issues. We had issues with that this morning. There's still the great item specifics glitch, which, full disclosure, this was my full disclosure sign. I've still not fixed those listings. I have no plans to.
Oh, you're a rebel.
Yeah. Well, that says a lot. Yeah, it was bad. Anything in user agreement to protect us. Their user agreement's pretty much legal speak that's going to protect them. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's pretty ironclad. We don't really, as sellers,
Yeah.
you sign it, and I would have to read it. I don't know verbatim what they say, but it's pretty much like, it's our site.
We're going to do what we want.
If you screw up, we can punish you. If we screw up,
Deal.
oh well, it's our site.
Yeah. If we had a beer for each glitch, we'd all be alcoholics.
And, and we've said this thousands of times, no matter what site you sell on, if it's Amazon, Etsy, Poshmark, you've got to deal with whatever glitches.
And they all have.
They all have their own glitches.
They all have their own glitches.
Agreed. So eBay just seems to have more.
Well, this week, but that doesn't necessarily mean there are times.
Just this week.
There are times when there are other sites that are glitching out more so than.
Absolutely, yeah, and not to pile on eBay, but you're right. We've had issues with Amazon and Etsy, and last year Etsy changed whatever, and Etsy sales tanked for us. So.
Yeah, and they had to go in timeout.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, granted, sorry to interrupt. That's a reason why, if you're not diversified on multiple selling platforms, you really need and we always say this, it's like a broken record, but you really
Diversify.
need to be diversified.
Yeah. There are whole closets missing on Poshmark right now.
Oh, really?
Entire closets, just poof.
Well,
Can't find
and
them.
Poshmark had the payout glitch a
Their
couple weeks
site
ago.
got hacked. Yeah, so it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But so we still have the item specifics list. Yes, I have not fixed our listings. I've fixed a handful of them. I'm kind of just doing it as I have time, which honestly I don't have a lot of right now because it's Q4.
Right.
So I'll get to it when I get to it.
Well, let's be honest. When do you really have a lot of time?
That's true. No.
You take out throughout the year. When do you really have time?
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But aside from this weekend, those items are still selling fine.
Yeah.
If they weren't selling, then I would be making time to do it. Yeah, there's a big Poshmark glitch going on. But with that being said, Friday was November 1st.
Yes.
So our sale ended October 31st.
You run a 30-day sales.
I run them month long, so 30 or 31. I start them on the 1st, end them at the end of the month. That is screw up number 1 on my part. So totally will own everything that I I don't have any problem saying when I screw up. It just doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
So we all know that there has been issues with sales starting and stopping. They don't stop when they should. They take forever to start. So screw up number 1 on my part was thinking that the 1st of the month was the best time to be starting a new sale. Everyone and their brother starts a new sale on the 1st of the month. So of course that system is going to be even more taxed and more glitchy.
So you broke the rule that we always say zig when everybody zags.
Yeah, I was like, oh, let's follow along and do what everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was screw up number 1 on my.
So the sale ended.
But the sale ended the 31st. So I go in on the 1st to start my new sale, like I always do. And of course it doesn't start because that's what they do. So the old workaround had been, and still works part of the time, to go into the new sale that you started, end it at the time nearest to what your current time is. So like right now it is 9:15 in the morning. I would go in and tell that sale to end at 9:30. So I did that because if you just go in and you tell it to end, that doesn't work. The system has to end it.
Right.
So I did that, let it end, wait a couple hours, because you got to give it a couple hours, start a new sale.
Yep.
Nothing. Nada, nothing, not working, totally broken.
Meanwhile, we're not getting any
sales
sales because we have nothing on sale.
And the system is trying to reconfigure all of our items.
Basically, so they're taking them out of search.
And they're still on the site, technically, but are you gonna land at the top of search when the site is trying to process your item? Probably not. So our sales tank. So do it the second time, nothing. Go back in to do it a third time, and still nothing. This time it gets stuck in processing though. So I actually call eBay. So we have an anchor store, so we have anchor store support, which is nice. So I call eBay, which if you guys have followed me for any amount of time, you know that calling eBay is the last thing I want to do. For the past 3 days, at least, none of my new listings have gone in. Oh yes, we're gonna get there. So I call eBay. I'm already unhappy. And he says, really? I haven't heard of there being a sales glitch. Really? Now, when you call anchor support, when you have an anchor store, you generally get the same person every time you talk to them. Okay? They're like attached to your account.
Okay.
So
you get Bob, whatever.
Yeah.
Is our sales guy.
you get, Bob. So I say to Bob, really? Because I called last month. And I called the month before.
And I told you the same thing.
And I've been calling every month since June that I have this problem. So, yeah. And he goes, oh, well, yeah. Well, there's a site-wide issue with Markdown Manager today.
Okay.
I'll get your name on the ticket. We'll get it fixed. Okie dokie.
Put us on the ticket.
Put me on the list. As you can see, my frustration is growing. So, a couple hours later, sure enough, my sale starts.
Oh.
Like, great, Bob fixed it.
Bob's the man.
Way to go, Bob. So, as soon as our sales start,
we're getting sales.
Things are rolling in again. I'm getting offers. I'm getting messages, just like I should be. Not a problem. I didn't list that entire day. So I didn't list anything on Friday because I didn't know.
Yeah, you don't know if, and we had things to list too,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, if they were going to work.
Right.
I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to set it aside. So, get to Saturday. Saturday morning I wake up. None of those items are on sale. Really?
So you had a 24-hour sale.
Not even. I had like a 5-hour sale. Really? All right, this is great. So I start the whole process again, and I had a friend message me and say, yeah, I went to your store and I clicked on, I went to one of your items, I clicked on see seller's other items, and you don't have anything listed. It's like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we've got what, like 700?
Yeah, 700. That's awesome. So I go back into the process of ending the sale, starting anew, the whole rigmarole again. At this point, I go back to listing because I need sales. I need to get this stuff listed.
We need fresh. We need listings. Obviously, we don't have any.
Yeah, I don't have any.
So
did that all day Saturday. The sale was still intermittent, so it would start.
Oh.
And then it would stop.
Okay.
And then it would start, and then it would stop. The whole time it said it was active, but not really. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, wasn't feeling great. So, I think it was Saturday. We had like a $90 day, which again, if you've been following us for any amount of time, you know that is awful. Vacation, can I say that? Yeah, you can absolutely say vacation. So $90, way, way low to what we normally make, especially this time of the year, especially on a weekend. It was really bad. So this is what I did. Mine went completely active, but I had no sale. Yes, Reseller Project and I actually talked about this. So I told her what I did. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying, not telling anyone they should do this. I'm not saying this will work for you. I'm just saying this is what I did.
And it worked for you.
And it worked for me with the items that we have listed.
Yeah, it's not a, and it could be, but we don't know.
So
it's not a workaround that may work for everybody, but you could try it. It's an option at least.
So your results may vary.
All
Putting
right.
it out there. Full disclosure. So this is what I did. Sunday morning I got up and it was still clearly messed up. I ended that sale entirely and left that sale off. So we ran 0 sale for 24 hours. In the meantime, I went into all of our listings and reduced the price on all of those listings, essentially just refreshing all of my existing listings. And then Monday morning, when I got up, I started a new sale at a much lower percentage than what I normally run to account for the fact that I discounted the items. That then caused our sales to jump back to where they should be. And Reseller Project says, so I gave her the same advice. She tested it yesterday because she was seeing similar results and it worked for her as well, but correlation does not always, doesn't always equal causation. So just because it worked So again, full disclosure, just because it worked for the two of us does not mean it will work for everyone.
But it did work for a couple people, so it might be worth a try. Now, when you say you reduced the prices, did you go into each individual item and reduce
no,
them,
I
or you
bulked.
you bulk added? Okay, because that.
Yeah, I bulk edited them.
Okay.
Crickets for what Q4 should be sad. I really prepped and listed a lot to be prepared in the bottom. Yes. And Reseller Project didn't reduce prices. She just ended the sale and let it just sit
For 24 hours.
for 24 hours with no sale on it
So
all.
kind of cooled it down.
Get everything out of processing, because what the guy told me when Bob told me when I called.
Bob. We don't know if his name is Bob.
I forget.
We're
I'm
just saying
so
Bob.
sorry to whatever his name was. I totally forgot.
Okay.
Was the starting and stop when you're starting and stopping sales. So whether you're doing that because your sale didn't start, or you're just one of those people that runs like 3-day sales, that starting and stopping is causing the system to basically crash. Not his words, mine. So my thought was then at that point that I had just started and stopped too many. And to use a car reference, I had flooded the engine.
Ooh, look at you.
Right? Look at
Wow.
me having a car reference that was actually right. So yeah, so that's what we did. But so we get to Monday, and yeah, it's a quagmire of a mess for sure. It did start. Our sales did start rolling in, but I had pretty much had it.
Oh yeah.
I had fought with it all weekend. And I couldn't babysit it anymore. Like, I just had to start the sale, walk away.
And be like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. We have to make money.
And so I really did say, put an eBay in timeout. And we spent 2 days full on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because we are diversified. We had already planned on November 1st, pushing hard against Amazon anyway. So we were already kind of going that direction. But I think there's something to your mental health and your mental well-being, the toll that takes on you when you're constantly...
When you're fighting.
Yes.
And it seems like you're not getting anywhere. You know, it's like you're in quicksand. And every time you struggle, you just get deeper, it seems like.
Yeah.
And also, if you're new to watching us, this is our only source of income.
Oh, e-commerce is...
This is it. I don't work a
Yes.
full-time job. You don't work a full-time job.
We have no outside sources of income.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
It's we make all our money from reselling.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
when stuff like this happens,
It's a big deal. We lost a lot of money over this.
it's a really big deal. I mean, for those of you who work part-time and sell part-time, or you have a spouse or a partner that works full-time and you do this full-time, I'm not saying it doesn't affect you as well.
Yeah.
But you still have something coming in.
Yeah. This is it.
This is it.
So I do have best offer on everything Midwest Seller. I wouldn't say we're primarily retail arbitrage, Krista, for Amazon. We do retail arbitrage, we do liquidation, we do online arbitrage.
Yeah.
The whole gamut.
Well, and we diversify our diversification. You know, I mean...
Yeah. Because I don't want to be dependent upon just going to the Walmart and just sourcing at the Walmart, because at any given point...
Yeah.
That can collapse on me.
Someone else could decide to source at that Walmart. Now you can't find anything.
Yeah, so we're
and another frustration we've been having with eBay, and it's not eBay's fault, but sourcing.
Yeah, it's tough.
Seems to have been pretty hard finding.
Yeah, and we're pickier than we've ever been before, which doesn't help.
Well,
But yeah, how long does it take for an item to become stale? At what point do you get rid of the item in order to keep your shop efficient? Just the regular items. So regular items, not unique long tail items.
Can we say it depends also?
You can say it depends, yes.
Okay.
Because this stuff that I'm never going to find again. I found it once in 20 years. That stuff can sit forever. I don't care.
Until I get the price I want for it.
Yes. The regular common items, 60 days. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They need to be gone in 60 days. Much prefer them to be gone.
You'd rather be gone the next day.
Yes.
But it also depends on what you're selling and what your buyer market is.
Yes.
So if you're selling very unique collectibles where you're catering to maybe one or two buyers,
Yes.
then that stuff's gonna have a lower.
Yeah, and even on even if you talk to eBay employees, that stale, when does your item become stale, really depends. Because yeah, if you're in collectibles, they understand that those items are going to take longer to sell. But if you're selling a J. Crew shirt, then yeah, it needs to move. Carla says she's been extending her sale, not letting it end. That is so super duper smart. If you've got one that's working, don't let it end, but you can only run it for 45 days.
Oh, so 45 days you're.
Yes. Yeah. But if you can extend right now, I would absolutely extend right now. But yes, you can only go 45 days and then you've got to stop and start. And I would suggest not starting and stopping on the first of the month. Maybe do it on a Tuesday.
At like 2 a.m.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I've had great success pulling a few of my oldest items down, ending them, and updating item specifics and the price. Yes, and they usually sell within a couple of days. Yeah, those old items. Well, and I will say I do the same thing reseller project. I'll go through and I'll end and then sell similar and kind of look at it and say, okay, did I have the right keywords in there? Do I need more item specifics? Do I maybe need to refresh the pictures? Like, is there something I did with this listing
Why didn't it sell?
to make it not sell? Is it a dud? Or is there something that I did wrong? And
If it's a men's item, it's not a dud.
that's true. A couple of weeks ago, I was doing that, and I had a Coldwater Creek sweater that I had listed for $3,400.
It was very rare.
And I went, yeah, that's probably why that didn't sell. When I adjusted the price, look at that, it sold. Yeah, I marked it down just a little from
Interesting.
$3,400. So I find those mistakes, though. Sometimes I've got the wrong pictures in there or whatever. When you have to end it, choose to end it all like, 2 or 3 in the morning, so that when you get up in the morning, you can restart it and it's had time to process through. Absolutely. Absolutely. Even your duds are selling? That's awesome. I can't get Coldwater Creek to sell for $3.40. That's awesome. So yeah, I do that also though, and I go through them, and that's when I'm fixing the item specifics is on those.
Yeah,
old,
you're not just
stale
planning
items.
time and saying I'm blocking out an hour and going through all my listings or whatever I can do in an hour. But if you have slow sales,
Then it might be worth it.
that might be worth it. It might take and don't go in and do all of them. Do a few at a
Sparse them
time.
out.
Yeah, space them out because you don't want to just waste all your time either.
Yeah,
You know.
because new listings are always going to trump revisions. So yeah, but I go in and I fix and I edit and I add and try to spice it up a little bit. But then if it goes through again and it doesn't sell, it just needs to get redonated. I don't like things to sit.
I know.
We are not in the storage business, as Monica always says. Not in the storage business.
We're not curators of fine collectibles and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Krista Garcia, great question. What do you usually run your promoted listing percentage at? You want to say it?
It depends.
It depends. So if you have a super rare item that there are only 5 listed on eBay, you don't need to promote that at all.
No. It's going to be seen on the front page no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but if you have a common item, you start really low. A new listing is going to get to the top of search just because it's a new listing. So again, it doesn't need to be promoted. But the older that item gets, if I still want it to sell and I'm not just, chucking it, then I increase the percentage based on the profitability of that item.
So you don't run a blanket
Not
promoted
anymore.
listing campaign.
Yeah, so I have different campaigns going based on the length that the item has been sitting. So an item might move from campaign B to campaign C because it's getting a little older, we're going to give it one last little boost here
This
before it
campaign
has
C
to.
for crap.
Yeah.
It's crap, and I want to get rid of it.
Going to crap now, so I'm going to up the percentage on it. So yeah,
Okay.
that's how I do that. Any update on the item specifics from eBay? Seems to no new update. The latest update I got was just that they continue to work on it. So that's
Yeah, and eBay's system, if you've been around for a while, it's still the same system.
it's so they
It's very
updates just take a long time.
Yeah, well, it's old code, and they keep building on old code, and
One thing, and it's so intertwined. So one thing affects another, affects another, affects another, and it's worldwide.
yeah,
So now that site has to perform the same way. So if they change the item specifics for size, okay, then what's the word for size in all of these other countries that it also needs to be changed in? So it's not as easy as just going in and fixing one thing. What are your thoughts on no sales?
bad.
I don't. Yeah, that's
Yeah, if you got no sales, that's
not good.
yeah. You really need to look.
It's time. These are my thoughts on no sales. It's time for drastic changes.
Yeah,
Drastic measures, drastic changes. Look at everything from start to finish, from what you're sourcing to how you're listing to your pricing to your shipping to your handling times, start to finish, and start making changes.
yeah. And if you're counting on this money, look at checkaflip.com. It's a great site. It shows what the item is, what the average sales price is,
And the conversion rate.
and the conversion rate. And take the conversion rate and the average sales price into account. If it's got a very low conversion rate
Yeah.
and a high sales price, you may need to drop that sales price far below the average sale price
In
to
order
get
to
it convert faster.
Yeah.
And just go through and start,
You're going to have to really look at everything.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
yeah. And if you rely on this money, you got to drop.
That's what any business owner does.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, any business owner anywhere, it's not the same. So I don't think they are going. Reseller Project says I don't think they're going to fix the update. The recommended the recommended item specifics you're going to have to fix yourself. I agree with you there. They'll fix the size thing. But yeah, those recommended ones you're going to have to fix yourself. I have been thinking on changing to FS. What would FS be?
Free shipping.
Oh, free shipping. Thank you. To see if it helps for common items only. Test it out. Test it out. We always say don't do your entire store all at once.
Right.
Like take some items that you have similar items of. So it doesn't have to be the exact same. But say I have 2 J. Crew men's shirts. I put one on free shipping and one on not free shipping, and I watch
Paid shipping.
Yeah.
Or not free shipping.
not free shipping. And I watch the traffic on that item. I watch
The velocity. Yeah.
the velocity of it, and I see what happens.
Yeah, the site is called checkaflip.com. Checkaflip.com. Very good site.
Yeah. I'm going to have to watch this on the playback. Oh, again, to reset your cells. So yeah, so that's just, but again, it's just what we did and it's just what worked for us. I always hesitate to even say what's working for us because
It's so specific. It's
It
so
really
specific to
is.
seller and what you have and
your pricing strategies, your conversion rate, your listing impressions, it could be a myriad of other things. And I think figuring out your business so that you know what is the problem specifically. So I could tell immediately that the problem with our sales was Markdown Manager. I knew instantaneously what our velocity should be, what our traffic numbers should be. I have all of that data, so I was able to tell then immediately, this is the problem. I could pinpoint the problem.
right.
But if you don't have that, if you're just starting out and you're just kind of
It's harder to diagnose what
it's
the issue is.
yes, it's much harder to diagnose what your issue is.
Yeah.
So, and if it had been going on longer, like if your sales plummeted weeks ago, then it
Could be something else.
could be something entirely different.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sorry, anyone using Check-a-Flip, Be very specific when you're entering
Oh, the more specific, yeah.
the item. Like, so like if you're gonna just check a J. Crew shirt, don't just type in J. Crew shirt because the average price and put in the size, put in the color.
Yes.
Be very specific.
Ronald, we misunderstood. He means running no sale, like having no sale, not having no sales, but having no markdown
Right.
manager sale. Totally different scenario. I'm thankful that it's a different scenario because I was a little concerned. I was going to have to find you afterwards and be like, let me help.
It's the let's eat punctuation, let's eat grandma, or let's eat grandma.
Yes, exactly. So no sale, I'm not a fan of, generally speaking. I think that running a sale is important. It's clearly been important for us and increasing our conversions and keeping a stable income.
But again, our items that we sell are very basic commodity items.
Yeah.
Maybe Ronald's selling unique baseball cards. You know, I mean, you
Totally different scenario.
yeah.
So I want to have a sale running. That's why I continued to fight with it. But I did go the one day without because I had to get it cleaned out.
Yeah.
So so that is what we did.
And if you have no sales and you're not running a sale, maybe you should run a sale for sales.
How many times can you say the word sale in a
Just say it.
sentence? Yeah, people are trained to buy on sale. People want a deal. They
Not
just
me.
do. I do.
I pay double for everything.
Right? No, I'm the one that's like, ooh, they have an additional percentage off. Yeah. Things that get me excited. Don't sell baseball cards. Conversion is, yes. Unless you have like a crazy, rare, super sought after baseball card, yeah, I wouldn't be going into baseball
Well,
cards.
and
either,
even with
but
baseball cards, they need to be graded,
yes.
you know, for them to
Yeah.
or you could run the risk of someone saying this isn't what you said it is. You know,
And the INAD is a whole other conversation.
I had
for
a
another
whole
day.
bunch of coins that I sold, but I didn't sell them on eBay because it was
Because we didn't know enough.
It was well, and coins need to be graded. I knew
Yeah.
enough that coins need to be graded, so I'd have to go through.
And we didn't know enough to grade them
Yeah.
ourselves. So yeah. Do you list your items at a higher price knowing they're going to sale? Yes, absolutely. Since becoming a reseller, I've learned some things work and don't even look at the sales and shipping. I just buy what I need. That's true, yeah. People like offers to watchers also, for sure, offers to watchers. And
You want to tell them your offer to watcher story from yesterday? Where you sent an offer to a person, and they came back and they said, "Oh, and I see you're running it on sale.
yeah, I see it was on sale. Can I have that percentage off also?
Oh, can I have free shipping? Oh, and can I get an extra 2%?"
That's going to be a no.
No.
Thank you anyway. Keep in mind, though, that we are quickly training buyers to wait for an offer. So offers to watchers is great. It works well.
Today.
But understand we are training buyers to wait. So if you're not utilizing offers to watchers and your sales are down, you may want to look at utilizing that feature, because I have had numerous people say to me, "Thank you so much for sending the offer. I watched it and was hoping you would send one," which tells me
They weren't going to buy.
they weren't going to buy. They didn't want to put through an offer. A lot of people are like me. Like when we go to a garage sale, I don't want to offer somebody a price because I'm afraid I'll offend them. And so a lot of people are like me. So you can understand, I can understand why then people just go, they watch it because they're not willing to pay the list price.
They like the item, but yeah, they're not willing to pay the price you have on there. But they're too timid to say,
Can I have it for, they're too timid to submit their own best offer.
"Can I have it for $5 with free shipping?"
Yeah, those people aren't timid at all. So we are training buyers to wait for that offer. And if as a buyer, I've waited a week. I have forgotten about your item. Just saying.
That's a good question, actually.
Do you guys do signature required for higher price sales for the shipping? Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we will not do international shipping for higher priced items.
Oh, we only through the global shipping program.
Only through the global ship. Yes.
Yes.
I mean direct international. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
so-
because I can't prove delivery.
Yep.
If everyone runs sales, does it benefit you? Yes. Here's why. I'm gonna kind of backwards.
You're like
into
a mime today.
I am. So years ago, it's been a few years back, JCPenney's decided they weren't going to run any sales.
Oh. Yep.
They were going to just come out with their lowest price.
Our price is the lowest price. Yep.
And it was the lowest price on the market. You could just come in. It didn't have to be Veterans Day or Black Friday or whatever. Every day it was going to be the lowest price. It has pretty much tanked their business. And they're trying to come back now, but their sales dramatically decreased because people love a sale.
Yep.
So every store you go to at the mall is going to be running some sort of a sale. Everybody's running a sale. Does it still benefit them? Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. There are so many people with best offer on their items where they have auto decline set so high it is frustrating to the buyer. Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't use auto decline
At all.
at all. And let me put it to you this way: if we have an item that we have up for $30, and you have your auto decline at $20, and someone says, "I'll give you 19 for it," is it worth the $1 to just
Right.
auto decline it?
Right.
Especially
if
maybe
you've had no sales today, would you have taken that $19?
Or if that item is 60 days old or 90 days old.
Yeah.
I'm taking 18 for it. You know, I'm happy I got a $19 offer. Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
ever use auto decline.
Brian, yes, some watchers are other sellers and your competition. Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't care. Eventually, you're going to buy from me.
Really?
Yeah. Eventually, I'll send you an offer on something that'll be so low, you'll be like, I could flip that.
Yeah.
And you'll buy from me.
Well, I don't care if you flip our stuff.
Oh, not at all. Flip away.
Yep.
In fact, you can send it to me afterwards and say, look what I sold your item for, and I'm going to be genuinely happy for you because I got mine, so I'm good. How are people shipping those wine advent calendars? Oh, we're going to run out of time. Aldi has a wine advent calendar that they do every year. It's highly sought after.
A wine advent calendar?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. But if people are shipping them, they probably shouldn't be because
It's a liquid. It's got to go.
well, it's liquor.
Oh.
And
well,
selling-
besides being liquid, it's liquid.
Yeah, and selling and shipping liquor across state lines gets dicey at best.
Unless you're smoking the bandit.
Okay. So hopefully they're going to sell them with local pickup. Yes, and some people send a lowball offer just to see if you have an auto decline on. I always want to counter just so they know what I'm actually. Yes. Yes. Oh, and you already helped me run at recycling by reselling. It may be time for a refresher call. Just let me know. I talked to Ron a while back and helped him. I love Matt. He always asks the question. I'm thinking bulk editor, individual. That's why we.
See?
He interprets Cindy Crazy quite well. It's taken him 20 years.
20 years.
And now he interprets it. Because you guys get the slowed down version. Matt gets the partial sentence, 3 conversations at a time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I am my own interpreter for you.
We work well together. How expensive does the item have to be for you to add signature confirmation? Anything over $200. That's my basic threshold.
But that's for us. And we do a pretty high volume of items. If you're, on your last $100 and you're selling a $100 item, maybe you want to do signature. If that $100 is really a big deal to you.
And not that it's not a big deal to us, but
No.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
you really have to
it
kind
really
of.
depends. It also depends on if the buyer has contacted me before and is like, well, I had problems getting my last package, or make sure wrap this up really good, because any little red flag on a high dollar item, I'm paying the extra, whatever it is, $8 for the signature confirmation. Just when you've been doing this for a while, you sort of get spidey senses for which buyers are going to be problematic. And yeah, anytime my spidey senses go up.
But on a high dollar item.
Yes.
We're not doing that on a $20. Now, and again, granted, if it's something, a lot of money to you, I mean,
Yeah.
you have to use your own judgment on that.
Yeah, we'll just eat the loss if, unfortunately, we have to. And sometimes that happens, and items don't show up or whatever. But yeah, so that's whenever the spidey senses start tingling, that's when I'm like, yeah, you're getting signature confirmation.
Yep.
I will say that if an item is going signature confirmation, I try to put it in my listing. This item will ship priority mail, insured, with signature required upon delivery, so that the buyer knows, okay, I'm going to have to sign for this item. That also helps reduce the amount of scammers then that are going to buy my item, because they know up front, listen, this is coming signature required.
Yep.
If it's a lower dollar item, maybe I just forgot to put it in there, whatever, it will send the buyer an email, a message right away, and say, hey, just shipped out your item, just to let you know it is coming signature required.
Yeah.
So so I do try to let people know, because otherwise things come signature required and they're not home or whatever, and then you got to go to the post office, and I've had people get upset.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to get them a heads up, and if you don't have that in their listing and you negotiate a best offer with them, just
let them
send
know.
them a message, FYI, this item's going to ship signature confirmation required.
Yeah. How do you decide how much time to spend on eBay versus Amazon? I'm having a hard time splitting, but oh my goodness. Well, I only have 10 minutes. Oh, you just come in. That is the, especially in Q4, I'm just going to work. If I'm awake, I'm going to work.
You know what? I think a good rule of thumb is where you're making your money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same with merch. Yeah, and we do all the different platforms, except for Poshmark right at the moment, which I have an issue with. But
we haven't done Poshmark in several months.
So yeah, so we look at, okay, what has the most potential return on my time today? So, and like Monday, when I was so frustrated with eBay, I knew that even if I had sat and I had worked on eBay, I wasn't going to be really productive because I was so frustrated. So it made more sense. Let's just go work on Amazon. I'll be more productive there, and I'm going to make more money. So let's just put eBay in timeout for a couple of days. Go work here. I'll be more productive. I'll end up making more money. We still love eBay. We will always sell on eBay.
Oh, absolutely. We'll always be diversified, but eBay will be a part of that equation. So,
yeah.
And again, if you're making 90% of your sales on Amazon or on eBay or on Etsy,
time to diversify.
No, but I'm just saying, where do you want to spend your time? Yeah. If I'm making 90% of my sales, I'm going to focus that attention on that platform.
Yeah. Who's performing best today?
Yeah.
When you end items to sell similar, do you wait some time? No, absolutely not. Because when that item goes in unsolds, I want it deleted out of my unsolds as quickly as possible. Because I don't want it sitting there, because I don't want it to accidentally get relisted again and then end up with a duplicate listing. So I end it and then immediately put it back up.
Yeah, and run a duplicate listing.
If you haven't done it lately, especially with all the glitches lately.
When was the last time we were in one?
A couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Google eBay duplicate listing scanner. It is the website that starts ISDNTK, I want to believe, or it's ISDN something. That was actually a site that was made by an eBay seller. It will scan your items to make sure you do not have duplicate listings.
Yeah, and duplicate listings are bad.
Bad, 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 bad. Not only is it bad for you, if you sell the item twice, it can get you a defect for having duplicate listings because that's against policy.
Yeah.
So just a good idea to run that duplicate listing.
Did we have any duplicate listings?
No, we did not.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
And
So,
whenever another good rule of thumb is whenever eBay's making changes to the system or they roll an update, it's always a good idea to run that duplicate listing scanner because sometimes I know this is gonna come to a shock.
sometimes things happen.
Sometimes things don't happen as planned.
Thank you so much, Ronald. I think about you often in your shoes and talking to you. You have a lot of shoes. So let's see how diversified you'll be when the balloon goes. I don't know what that means. So on that note, I do believe we are at our hour mark here, or just under, and I do have some other work to get done.
No.
Right?
No.
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
But if you stuck around, Saturday night we have something super exciting. I'm super excited about it.
So we're doing a special Saturday night live.
A Saturday Night Live. I'll announce the time over on Instagram. If you follow and you hit the little bell button here, you'll get a notification. So since it is Q4 and we have less time, we're having to do more liquidation, having items sent directly to us. While we can't show you where we're getting our liquidations and that sort of thing from, we thought it would be fun to bring in some items that we could show you. So we ordered a Goodwill blue box, which is a Goodwill box of fun and enjoyment. So we're going to do a live unboxing. It should be here today. We will not open it.
Nope.
At all. So it will be new to us, just like it is new to you. We did order the men's one because I've seen a lot of unboxings of women's items, but not as many unboxings on men's items. So we are, and the best part about this is that it's completely unsponsored. There's no affiliation. I have no affiliate link, nothing.
We're going to tell it like it is. So Goodwill, if you're watching, you may not want to watch.
Yes.
Or you may want to watch.
So we're calling it Saturday Night Live Unfiltered.
With beverages.
Yes. So that'll be Saturday. Mine were horrible too. Oh boy, it's going to be interesting. Well, we will see, Tracy, if the men's items are any better. I don't.
Goody, 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 goody.
So yeah, so we're going to do some more of those, and I'm going to order from some different places that I can talk about that we don't use typically for our own personal sourcing.
Yeah, and we're not going to order from like individual resellers.
No. Only
because I don't want to open somebody's reseller box.
No,
and
absolutely
be like,
not.
This is garbage.
No.
And I don't want to feel like
No. We wouldn't ever.
We have to say something nice because I don't want to shame anybody.
No. That's not the goal here. It's just have fun. So we're gonna order some interesting ones and order from some different companies and do some Saturday Night Live unfiltered unboxings through Q4 here as we're ordering more stuff anyways. So join us Saturday night. Like I said, I'll put up the time over on Instagram or hit the little bell notification if you are just following us here.
Yep.
So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Thumbs up, like and subscribe, please.
Comment, like, subscribe, all of that good jazz. So bye, everybody.